Good morning, YouTube. Today I wanted to talk to you about Hank Green's recent video. He asked Nerdfighteria if we thought aliens were real, and obviously they're real. There's billions of stars out there, billions of planets. Obviously there's other life forms that aren't human, and we just need to find them. And what Hank wanted to know was, if there are aliens out there, why aren't they contacting us? Why don't we know about them? And Hank, I'm pretty sure I know the reason why. It's because they don't want us to find them. Let's think about it. If you were an alien, would you want Earth to be able to know who you are? All of the crazy things that we do, would you really want us to find you? To make an example of this, I've made a list of the top 10 reasons why aliens don't want us to find them. Let's begin, shall we? Number 1. We have these things called nuclear missiles, and I don't know if you know what they are, but they make things go like this. And sure, aliens probably have the technology to fend off nuclear missiles, but just on the slight chance that some of them don't, I'm pretty sure they would be scared of that. I mean, I'm scared of them, so I imagine other creatures are too. You know, imagine if they came down to Earth. Greetings, humans, we are aliens, we come in peace.
Boom!
And then they go ahead and get blown to smithereens. Yeah, I'd be a little bit scared. Number 2, I don't know if you guys know about the whole fangirl craze that's going on right now. It seems like every new phenomenon that has some guy who's mildly attractive has to have a massively large fangirl posse. Twilight, Justin Bieber, Miley Cyrus, they all have their big groups of crazy fangirls. And if I was an alien, I would be terrified of those fangirls. I mean, imagine if these aliens come down and, you know, we accept them into our society, whatever, and then they get a crazy, massive fangirl posse. Would you be frightened? Because I would. Just take a second with me and imagine a mob of preteens running at you, screaming at the top of their lungs, with pictures of them and you getting married and holding hands. Number 3, fast food. And not just any fast foods. You know what I'm talking about, Big Mac. I don't know if you guys have read some of those books that actually talk about what's in the meat in fast food burgers. I'm not going to disclose that information on this particular video blog because it's kind of frightening, so you're going to have to find out for yourself. And if aliens knew what was in that meat and that we are actually eating that, I would not want to be anywhere near those things. Number 4, clowns. No, you guys think clowns are creepy too. Come on. There are the cute ones. Sometimes, maybe once in a blue moon, there's a cute clown. Usually they're frightening. You see them at little kids' birthday parties trying to be all smiley and happy, and you just want to say, oh my god, you're gonna kill me, stop, go away. Back off. I'm gonna put together a scenario for you. An alien comes down to Earth to say, hey, first thing they see is a clown. What do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna climb up in their little spaceship and go back to where they came from because they're scared to death. I just wanted to say hello. Number 5, giraffes. Are these things? It was my personal belief that they didn't even exist. And aliens probably think the same thing, so when they come down here and see a bunch of giraffes just roaming all over the place, they're gonna keel over. Number 6, poor foreign policy. Now, a lot of you guys live in the United States, and it's a pretty simple process to get a passport. But if you're coming to the United States from anywhere else, it's just terror. But if you ever come back into the United States, or you're trying to come to the United States, going through customs and doing that takes forever. I don't really know the process of getting, all the paperwork filled out if you want to actually live here and stuff, but I know that it takes a long time, and sometimes people don't even get it because it'll take so long, like years, to get the paperwork to come to the United States. I'm sure, like anyone else who wants to go to other countries, they probably have the same problem. Like if I wanted to move to England, it'd probably take a long time to get that paperwork through, if it ever went through. So if an alien wants to come here, what are they going to do? They're going to have to get a passport. Where would they get it from? And they want to live somewhere? They probably won't even be able to go to Disneyland because they won't be able to get identification. And that would just be sad. You mean I cannot go to the happiest place on Earth because I am not from Earth? 7. There is a song by Hank Green about a deep sea anglerfish, and I don't know if you guys know what they look like, but this is what they look like. Now, if aliens come down to Earth, I don't know the chance that they'll actually see a deep sea anglerfish, but on the off slight possibility that they do, I would run away from a deep sea anglerfish. I mean, have you seen Finding Nemo when the anglerfish lights up and Dory and Marlin just have to run because it's frightening? Yeah. 8. Rubik's Cubes. Now, I'm sure there are some aliens out there who are intelligent enough to just look at a Rubik's Cube and solve it with their mind. Like, Jedi. Like Jedi mind status, and it'll just move by itself. But let's pretend that we are the only civilization that makes Rubik's Cubes, so aliens are unfamiliar with the concept of a Rubik's Cube. I do not understand so many colors. Oh, my roommate's here. Ha 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 ha. Pwned. Number 9. These things, I don't really know what they're called. It's like a snow globe, but not. See, it's a little golf ball, and you get it on the tee. Now, I have never gotten this before in my life, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so frustrating. Get on the tee. My friend, Nefty, got it. I'm pointing to no one because he's not even here. He got it, and if you're watching Nefty, yeah, Nefty, you got this. Good job. But, I've never gotten it. And if I was an alien and, they come down to Earth and we're like, welcome to Earth, here's a present. What is this? Get on the tee. No. Get on the tee. We don't like your hospitality. We will leave now. And last but not least, number 10. There's a person on Earth that we like to call the Doctor. As you can see from my lovely poster. I don't know if you guys know what the Doctor does, but he kind of protects Earth from aliens, basically, in a nutshell. Saves the planet and all that. And yes, this is a science fiction television show in England, but what if he's actually real? Everything comes out of a real story somewhere. People don't just make things up. Okay, maybe they do make things up, but it all centers around something that once was real. And if I was an alien, I would be so afraid of the Doctor. I would not come to Earth. I would not want to be found. I would not go anywhere near the planet Earth. Because if I met the Doctor, me personally, if I met the Doctor, I'd be like, oh my god, the Doctor. But if I was an alien and I met the Doctor, I would freak out and I'd run around and go back to wherever my planet was. You are the Doctor. I surrender. Doctor, I have one question before I go. Do you fancy Billie Piper? Well, I hope you guys liked my top 10 list. Before making this video, I had texted some of my friends saying, hey, if you were an alien, why wouldn't you want to come to Earth? Some of them actually sent me back solid responses. Some of them were like, why do you want to know that? Alaska actually had the most insightful response, which I'm going to read to you right now. It's kind of long, and I wouldn't be reading it off my phone, but I wanted to share it with you guys. And Alaska didn't know I was making this video. After the fact, she said, hey, are you going to make a video out of that? Because you should. And I was like, way ahead of you. I've got the same mind. Well, if they were watching us, like Hank said, then they would fear being exploited. Like what we do with everything that fascinates us, that we also don't understand. Also, do we really want aliens to find us? It is very likely that there are civilizations out there that are very similar to us, that just fear whether other species are friendly or not. Don't get me wrong. I would love to meet other species out there, but as we have learned from Doctor Who, not all species are friendly, i.e. the Daleks and the Soltarans. So what do you guys think? Do you think there's aliens out there? And if so, why haven't they contacted us? Why don't we know about them? Obviously, they've had plenty of time to adapt as civilizations. The universe is huge. So they must have the technology to contact us. If we have the technology to send out all these radio waves, whatever, why haven't they? What are they afraid of? Alaska, I will see you on Monday. Or Tuesday. Why am I doing this? I got juggling balls at the dollar store. Whee!